pick one of them because she had a little paper to try to study, and every time we go drive somewhere to go study, she'd be on the first page. And I'll be like, you know, if they're going to have more than that first page on that test, you're going to be in trouble. But she began to study and work hard, and God began to bless. And so I didn't know the test was going to be that hard from what she said, but they had one of somebody she worked with, they actually did not pass it, and they could not continue to work. And so it was a big deal. Whatever they're going to fire you for is a big deal, y'all. Whatever they're going to lay you off for is a big deal. And so it's a blessing. I thank God that she is certified. Yeah, certified. Thank God for it, amen. I'm gonna move on, but I barely said talking to my wife, y'all, so I'm gonna talk a little bit about it. And thank God, you know, that, you know, I was so happy for her just to be a teacher at the Head Start. I said, I want you to be an assistant, I want you to move to be a teacher. And then from there, she just kept moving. You know, it's a blessing, you know. I said, you know, I was satisfied, but she wasn't satisfied, amen. It's a blessing, so I do thank God for it. And, you know, she made my birthday so special, so we're going to be, you know, my birthday through the week. So I came home yesterday and she put up balloons. I'm not like that, I don't like the parties. She had balloons up, big old thing that said happy birthday. She been trying to tell me, hey man, I'm trying to lose weight and stuff, right, you know, and she just cooked up all this food. And so I got to watch football and eat snacks, and eat snack food, sliders and wings and stuff and all that, and Rotel dip, man. Boy, God good. I got a good one. Hey, look, I got a good one, y'all. I got a good one. I thank God for mine. I know, you know, whenever you get a chance, say something about yours. Amen? If you got to testify, sometimes y'all should testify some of y'all men and testify for a good husband. I mean, good wife. Not a good husband, good wife. Amen. I don't want y'all to testify them good husband. Thank you, Lord. Some of y'all women, thank God for a good husband. Amen? Now and then, thank God for him, amen. And amen, if you haven't found that one yet, start thanking God that he is on his way. Y'all better hear me? Y'all got quiet on that. Let's clap for somebody else that she on her way, he's on his way. So the Boaz is coming. Y'all better hear that? Ruth was looking for Boaz, right? Boaz is coming for somebody, amen? Y'all ain't heard that. Y'all can be quiet when y'all want to. I'm believing God for that. Amen. Believing God for some great things inside the people of God. So I'm not going to prolong the time. I do have something I want to release to your spirit. I only have one scripture. Amen. One scripture. And I'm going to sit down, and we're going to let y'all sit down from that. So if y'all don't mind, we're going to 2 Peter, the 2nd chapter, the 19th verse. There's sometimes we have scriptures that, you know, we read like, Lord, I skipped over that, and God brings it back to your remembrance, and he brings it back. And so we're going to 2 Peter, the 2nd chapter, and the 19th verse. Amen. Let's make this declaration, y'all. Make this declaration. The word is about to be preached. The lost are about to be reached. The hurting will be helped. God's promises will be kept. The enemy will be demoralized. But God will be glorified. And I will be edified. I believe it, I receive it, I stand on it, and I live by it. When I hear it, I will apply it, and I will be transformed by it. Amen. 2 Peter 2:19 says, while they promise them liberty, they themselves are the servants of corruption. For of whom a man is overcome, of the same he is brought in bondage. Of whom he's overcome, of the same he's brought in bondage. Now what I want to do, I want to read a different version of that so y'all can get what they're saying. I want y'all to hear what they're saying. It says, they promised them freedom, but they themselves are slaves of corruption. Since people are enslaved to whatever defeats them. I want y'all to hear that one more time. People are enslaved to whatever defeats them. So today we're going to just talk about that you must overcome. Tell somebody you must overcome. You must overcome. You must overcome. Let's begin to pray. If any man speak, let him speak of the oracles of God. If any man minister, let him do it as of the ability which God giveth. That God in all things may be glorified through Jesus Christ, to whom be praise and dominion forever and ever. Amen. You may be seated. You may be seated in the house of the Lord. So I want you to understand today I'm not preaching to people who want to be ordinary. Got quiet inside the house. Guess people want to be ordinary inside of here. No, I'm not preaching to those who want to be ordinary. I'm not preaching to those who just want to get by. I'm preaching to people who want to overcome. I'm preaching to people who got saved so they can do damage to the enemy's kingdom. I'm preaching to people who got saved because they want to grow and be strong in the Lord and the power of his might. Amen? I'm preaching to you today, to the man of God, to the woman of God that's inside of you. Because the first thing I want you to know is that God designed his people to be overcomers. He designed us to be overcomers. He calls out. The Bible says that the church is called the ecclesia. It is the called out ones. He calls out to those that are in bondage so they can become overcomers. The Greek word for overcome is where we get this name for the shoe Nike. The Greek word is nikeo, and it means to overcome, to conquer, to prevail, or to subdue. It is the will of God. It's the will of God that we're not defeated and we're not pitiful. Oh, I'm going to preach this inside of here. God don't want pitiful saints, y'all. He don't want pitiful people that always got something going on and they can never smile and never got anything going on good inside their life. God said, I didn't die for pitiful people, y'all. And if you're pitiful when I save you, I don't want you pitiful later on now. I want you to be strong. It is his will that we are conquerors. Yea, more than conquerors. It is his will that we win or that we prevail. Then I heard this song that said, everything around me gonna win. I like that. The scripture said, everything around me wins. And God said, I want you to win. Somebody say win. It is his will that we take dominion and subdue everything that's in the earth and that's in the air that opposes the kingdom of God. He has given us power and designed us so we'll be able to go through adversity and through obstacles and not just survive, but overcome. Not just survive. Now, we're big into survival, but we're not big into overcoming. The gospel of survival is not prevalent inside the word, but one thing, it is prevalent in the vernacular of church people. That means we always talk about surviving, but we don't talk about overcoming. Now our testimony is that I made it through. I survived. And even though everything was thrown upon me, I just made it through. But the Bible says, I didn't do that for you guys. I don't want you to survive. I want you to overcome. In the Bible, it says that you are more than conquerors. We are satisfied with survival when God has designed us to overcome. If you've been built by God, you've been built to be an overcomer. You're not built to be a survivor. You're built to be an overcomer. Revelation 3:21 says, to him who that overcometh, somebody say overcometh, will I grant to sit with me in my throne, even as I also overcame and am set down with my Father in his throne. This admonition, this is who he's talking to, is given to the church at Laodicea. Now, if you know your Bible, and I know you got the great theological students inside of here, we know that the church of Laodicea, we know it as the lukewarm church. That it was neither hot nor cold, according to the Bible, right? It was simply surviving. It was surviving. It wasn't doing anything. It wasn't doing anything at all. It was just surviving. It was not thriving. It was surviving. It was not an asset to the kingdom, and it was not a threat to the enemy. Oh, I'm going to preach in here stuff today. We need to ask ourselves, are we Laodicean saints? This is a wake-up call today. Are we lukewarm? Are we an asset to the kingdom of God? Are we an asset? Did we add something to the kingdom? Now I know when I was joining a fraternity, there's one thing they said some of you guys want something from the fraternity, but some of you guys are going to add something to the fraternity. There are people who just want to wear the t-shirt and be associated with it. They want something from it, but then there are other people who want to add something to it. There are people that once they join, they make it better. Can I be real inside the house of God? There are some people who get saved and they got something from God, but they're from the church, but then there are some people who add something to the body. I'm being real in the house. Does it matter if we are saved? Does our salvation benefit us, or does it benefit the kingdom as well as us? Did you just get saved because you didn't want to go to hell? So it benefits you. So I don't have to go to hell now because, mama got on me for the longest that I'm going to die and my soul going to be lost. And I didn't want to be lost. And I've been inside those services where we talk about how hot hell is. And I don't want to go there. And so therefore, when we get saved, if that's the only reason you got saved, you will never be an asset to the kingdom. Because you did it for you. Can I be real inside of here? You did it for you. So therefore also, however, a more important question is whether we are a threat to the enemy. Last week we talked about something. We said that the 7 sons of Sceva tried to cast out the devil. And the devil said, Paul, I know. Jesus, I know. But who are you? Who are you? I don't know you. You don't come up on my radar because you're no threat to me. You see, only people who come on your radar are people who are a threat to you. Y'all better get this. And so does the enemy have to develop a strategy to stop your movements, or do we have just enough problems, enough trouble trying to stay safe? So we sit inside services hoping someone can motivate us just to stay safe. We have sermons and we waste a lot of preaching time trying to tell people what they should already know. So man of God once said, you know, but keep your dress down, keep your pants up. You should already know that. Don't be out there, don't do this, holiness is right, separate yourselves, be ye separate. We should already know that. But as long as we're on that level and we need someone to motivate us, y'all better hear me, to just love Jesus. I need somebody to motivate me to just praise the Lord, to just worship his name. Then we'll never be a threat. We'll never be a threat because we cannot teach you kingdom principles so that you can go out and be a threat to the enemy. We got to think about that because God is telling us that being lukewarm is not enough. Survival, y'all, it is not enough. John writes that to him that overcomes, a seat is set aside by Jesus in his throne because you and Jesus, y'all have something in common. You both faced adversity and you didn't survive, you overcame. Y'all better hear this. Jesus said that you don't do this to me. You don't take my life. I give my life. You don't take my life. I give my life. So when the devil thinks he's doing something to me, I tell him, you know what? You ain't doing nothing to me. I have allowed myself to suffer for the name of Christ. I've allowed myself to go through persecution. It's not what you're doing. I've allowed myself to do this for God. Oh, y'all can clap if you want to. That's good because I'm here today to stir up people that are not satisfied with just getting by. I'm here to motivate people that have a real kingdom assignment in their heart. I'm here to add fuel to the fire of those that want more than to be saved so they can go to heaven. I want to inspire those that want to overcome every assault and every attack that the enemy has thrown at them. I've come to preach to those that know that they are designed to do nothing less than to overcome. I want to talk to some people that whenever the devil begins to rear his head around them, they take it personal. Whenever you sit in the house and some mess gets started inside your house and the enemy tries to use some people around you, I want some people to say, how dare you decide that you want to try to do this in my presence? Who do you think I am? Oh, can I be real inside the house? That you know sometimes we must take it personal that the devil even tried us. I take it personal that you even tried me. Who do you think I am? Who do you think I am? How weak do you think I am? Do you think I won't fight back? Do you think I won't pray? Someone come to me, they won't pray for a healing. Do you think I'm going to sit there and say, I'm going to pray for you? No, I'm not going to say I'm going to pray for you. I'll pray for you right now. If you think I'm scared of that, who do you think I am? I'm an overcomer. I gotta stop. I gotta hold my voice here because we gotta get to the point and say, Lord, I take every assault. I take every attack personal. If you come against my children, I take that attack personal. I take that assault personal. Whatever you try to do against me, I take it personal because I'm an overcomer. See, one thing you gotta understand, and this is something I always tell, my students when they start to work, they always say, this ain't slavery days. You hear somebody say that when they work? These ain't slavery days. So let me tell you something. Slavery days can be over. They can be over. Slavery days can be over because Peter tells us that people are enslaved to whatever defeats them. Isn't that an awesome statement? I just want y'all to just let that to marinate in your mind, to put that in your mind. People are enslaved to whatever defeats them. Whatever you will not overcome will enslave you. Whatever you refuse to begin to stand up against, it will enslave you. If the people of God would accept this truth, they would find freedom like they've never experienced before. Why is this important? Because we live in a dispensation of time where people claim salvation and they claim relationship with God, but they are not yet free. We're not yet free. Some else inside of here. We're not yet free. They are still slaves to what keeps defeating them. And we come to church, y'all hear me, and try to put on the show that we are free and anointed in the Lord's service. But we hide the fact that we are slaves to some things that are defeating us on the inside. And the more you run from it, the more enslaved you become. One day you have to stand up and fight that thing and overcome it. If the bully is coming against you, you just can't keep giving your lunch money. One day you got to stand there and fight. One day you have to overcome it. See, it doesn't matter if you look free, you must be really free. And freedom is not given, it must be taken. You must overcome. The Bible says the kingdom of heaven is suffering violence, but the violent, they take it by force. Freedom is not given, you have got to take it. So slaves, the reason why God said I want you to be slaves, I'm going to tell you this, because slaves cannot determine their destiny. They can determine their destiny. You see, your destiny is not given. It is earned through intentional strategy, through intentional action, and through intentional adjustment. Just being alive at a certain age does not guarantee destiny. This is why I watch when people begin to prophesy over my life. I watch. I say, well, here's the prophecy. Now tell me what I should be doing. Because just being alive don't mean it's going to happen. He said, well, you know, God gonna do this, God gonna do that. That's fine. Tell me what God expects from me now. Because God is a God, y'all better hear this, He's a God of covenant, isn't He? Read the book of Isaiah, read the book of Jeremiah, read the book of Ezekiel. Whenever he began to send out destruction, he always told them, but if you do this, y'all better hear me, I'll turn that thing. Whenever he sent out a blessing, he said, but if you do this, I would hold that blessing back from you. So I'm always trying to figure out, what's my part of the prophecy? What should I be doing? Because I know God does not just give destiny to people who just got to get older. I'm 36 now, so go ahead and give me what I want you to have. Because I'm going to tell you something. Age and maturity are two different things. See, you can be old and people say, well, I'm old and I'm wise. No, we have some old fools. We have some young fools too, don't we? So just because you got old don't mean you got better. Some wine gets better with age. Some wine turns to vinegar. Y'all better hear me inside here. You gotta just, no, Lord, I want to mature. And so we must overcome some things to reach our destiny. The reason why God cannot have children that are slaves is because a slave cannot own property and a slave has no authority. They can't decide to leave and go and do what they're supposed to be doing. This is why God instructed Moses to tell Pharaoh to let my people go that they may worship him. The question is, how come they couldn't worship in Egypt? And God said, no, let them go so they can go out and worship in the wilderness. Exodus 7:16 says, and thou shalt say unto him, the Lord God of the Hebrews has sent me into thee, saying, let my people go that they may serve thee in the wilderness. God said, I don't want you serving me inside of bondage. I'm going to preach this out there. I don't want you serving me inside of Egypt. Because if you serve me in Egypt, whenever the taskmasters come, whenever the big boss man comes, you got to stop worshiping. You got to stop doing this and stop doing that. So I'd rather you worship in the wilderness. God didn't want his people worshiping while they were in bondage. That is not a good God that does that. Worship is a way out of bondage. I'm going to preach real quick. God stated that they had to be free so they can worship in the wilderness. You have to come to a place where you would rather worship in the wilderness than cry in bondage. I'm going to preach to y'all real quick. I've gotten to a point in my life, I'd rather worship than cry. I'd rather worship than say, woe is me. I'd rather serve God than to say, oh, I need y'all to pity me and feel sorry for me. No, in the midst of what I'm going through, I'm going to still worship. I'd rather worship God in the midst of hardship and persecution than to live under the abundance of the enemy. I didn't cry. I don't want to cry out for pity. I want to worship in the middle of warfare. I want to serve God in the middle of wild places. I would rather praise in the middle of pressure than to wallow in my bondage. Help me here. My mind is, Lord, it don't matter what I go through. It don't matter if I leave a job and I don't make what I used to make when I did that job. But if I was in bondage at that job, I'd rather walk out and praise you being broke. Now preach to somebody. We got some ungodly soul ties sometimes. Lord, I'd rather walk away from this relationship, walk away from this soul tie, and I praise you being lonely than stay there being bound. Y'all better hear me. I got to a place, God, I'd rather worship in the wilderness than wallow in bondage. now when I give people advice, I always ask them, what are you willing to do? Because, I can give you advice, but if you ain't going to do nothing, it don't matter. If you ain't willing to walk away, it don't matter. The Bible history tells us that Harriet Tubman, she rescued a lot of people from bondage, didn't she? Amen. But guess what she said? I could have rescued more. She could have rescued more people. We find out that it might have been exactly what she said, but I could have rescued more. But some of them didn't even know they were slaves. Amen. Some of them are good being inside Nelson's house. Some of them good eating the fat back and the pork and beans, and they fine where they are. But there are some people that say, you know what? I don't care if I gotta run. I don't care if I don't know when my next meal is coming. I'd rather worship, I'd rather walk away and be free than to stay right here in this bondage. I got to a point in my life, I'd rather serve God than be bound to the devil. I gotta do that because praise and worship, y'all better hear this, are the signs of a free person. I can tell you how free you are by where you worship and praise. Pastor ain't all in that. Yes, it is. Oh, yes, it is. I can tell you how free you are by your praise and your worship. I am free to serve him. Y'all better get this. I can tell you that because he doesn't make me serve him. I choose to worship. I choose to worship. I choose to praise. I choose to praise him. I choose to do these things. Why? Because I am free to worship. I am free to praise. I am free to serve him. But in the midst of my freedom, I realized that I was formed to worship. I was processed to praise. I was shaped to serve. I didn't have a choice when it was my flesh. My very nature was to fulfill my lust. The good that I would do, I didn't do because of my flesh. I was a slave to sin. But thanks be to God for sending his son, Jesus Christ, who overcame the flesh for my sake. And with his death, he bought my freedom. And I choose to praise him. I choose to worship him. I choose to serve him because he made me